What's going on, Port fans? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to review Port's clash against Hawthorn on Thursday night for round 11. How good was that, Port fans? We won by 51 points over the Hawks. Thursday night footy in front of 38,000 in a freezing cold night. And as you can tell, I've got the full effect of it. Starting to get pretty sick, so that's always going to be nice. Going into the next probably 2, 3, 4, probably might even last 5 weeks. But I'll fix that out myself. So, things I took away from the game on Thursday night. What a first half. What a first half by Port Adelaide. We obliterated Hawthorn. There is nothing else that can be said. Well, to put it in terms that would be quite simple, would be we taught them a new one, basically. So, it's tough to watch if you're a Hawthorn supporter or just a supporter of football when an empire like Hawthorn has been gets torn down in a way, and it's sad in a way, but then again, as a Port fan watching Thursday night, I could have been more proud of our team and the way we played. We gave them nothing, absolutely nothing. They scored 3 behinds in one half of football. 3 behinds, that's it. All in the second quarter. We kept them scoreless in the first quarter. I think that is the first time in history that we have we have kept a team scoreless for a whole first quarter. I don't even know what to say about it. That is amazing. And to keep a team goalless for a half of football, you've got to give the 3 votes to the defence. Jack Holmes, Tom Jonas, Cleary, Hamish Hartlett, Matthew Broadbent, Darcy Burn-Jones, Jasper Pittard. Whoever else was down there did absolutely fantastic against the Hawks forward brigade. You know, they kept Dunstan, the likes of Bruce, all very quiet. It didn't have an impact. Jared Rufford was very quiet until, the second half when, Port kind of relaxed a little bit and Hawthorn, gradually made their way back to not getting the game, but more of a respectable look on the game. 51 points, yeah, if you look at it, it's like, well, they were thereabouts, but then it just drifted out. But if you look deeply into the game itself, it was 13 goals 20 to 7 goals 5. 33 shots to 12. Wow, that's all I can say. 33 shots to 12. I think Port Adelaide had like 65, 66 inside 50s. Correct me if I'm wrong. But 33 shots, 66, 67 inside 50s. That's a shot every second entry into our 50. Which is remarkable. Every time we go in, we've got half a chance of scoring, which I'd take those odds, especially the way we play. I would have liked to have, 20 goals 13 instead of 13 goals 20, with a 1 goal 7 third quarter, which was deplorable to watch, to be honest. And if there's a negative from the game, it's definitely kicking for goal. That's probably the only thing that really let us down. I mean, 1 goal 7. The second half was kind of yuck, really. It was just a no game situation. The game was basically over, and both teams came out, just not really bothered. Port Adelaide still took it on. They still did what they had to do to keep the score going, but 4 goals 12 in the second half is no. No, I'm sorry. That's not good enough. That's not good enough at all. And for Hawthorn to outscore us, bear in mind they did get a couple of gimmies from the umpires, but we won't go into that too much because we won. So who cares, really? Isn't that right? We don't really care. But it was good to see that we could get the job done. And as I said, on a very, 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 very cold Thursday night. The other thing I took away from the game as well is we can win without our best player playing well. Robbie Gray was very quiet. 10 disposals, kicked a goal. He was nowhere really to be seen. Players like Hartlett, Toompas, Sam Gray, Impey, even Trengove played well, creating contests. All these middle players were brilliant, and especially Hamish Hartlett, who I'll just especially mention. A lot of heat was put on him at the end of last year, and hasn't really showed much going to for the first 10 games of this year. But Thursday night he showed why he's still in that team, why he's playing on the half-back line. He was cutting off kicks, intercept marks, his tackling. His ball movement was good. His kicking was back to his obliterating best. He was putting pressure on. He was just one of our better players on Thursday night, and he really showed why. He deserves to be in the team and deserves to be playing on the half-back flank, which was good because he's a personal favourite of mine, Hamish, and it was good to see him play quite well. And especially when, the game coming into it was, 50-50 in a sense, and it was brilliant to see him stand up early. That's when he played his best footy. This first half, he was magnificent. He put the pressure on the game. He taking intercept marks, setting up plays. He set up a few goals as well. And he just played one of his better games. So, well done to Hamish Hartlett. That was absolutely brilliant. And yeah, that's really all I took from the game. It was very one-sided, and just great to watch. And for us to win, go back in the top 4, sets us up really well for the coming weeks. We play Essendon away, which will be a tough one because they're in fairly good form. Then we've got Brisbane here, which you should pencil that in. Then Collingwood over there, and then Richmond back here on a Saturday night. So that's the next month. Obviously, you want to take it week by week, but we want to win all those games and set our season up for finals if we're going to be there. Because a lot of people are talking about us being there, and we want to prove that we can play that style and be in the top 4 or top 8 at least. So, yeah, well done, Port. Moving on to the things I learnt from Thursday night. Didn't really learn a lot. I know that we're a good team. We know that our players are good enough, and we all stood up. But there's a couple of things. Brad Ebert is a great 200 game player. Not a lot of you can play 200 games, not really get noticed from interstate teams like from the South Australian perspective, from WA, Brisbane, all the Queensland teams, New South Wales. We've had a lot of great 200 gamers play for our side. We obviously had Kane Corns, who's a 300 gamer. We've had Treaders, we've had Peter Burgoyne, Brendan Lade. I think he played 200 games. No, he did. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one too. But and a few others down the line as well who were just brilliant 200 gamers. And Brad Ebert is going to be part of those because the way he keeps playing this year is absolutely sensational. And I'm going to say this because I know I'll be wrong, but I'm going to say it anyway. He is a potential Brownlow sneaky. Really, he has not put a foot wrong this year. And I hope he gets picked up because he's been fantastic every single game, win or lose. So, Brad Ebert, nod my hat to you, mate, because you've been sensational and a great leader of the club. And you deserve more credit than you get because you just go under the radar. And a lot of our other players go under the radar too, but he is one specifically for me that just gets the job done. And, he's just a true professional, and it's great to watch Brad Ebert. It really is. Second thing I learnt from Thursday night is it was cold. Very cold. Too cold. So cold. I think I got to like 4 degrees by the end of the game. I sitting alone because I'm a loner. And I just, wow. It was cold. All I can say. Very cold. And for 38,000 to turn up on a Thursday night, it wasn't even school holidays. That's a fair effort from you Port fans. And hat off to you again because that was just brilliant. And it was a great atmosphere too. Very loud, very supportive, and very appreciative of the Indigenous display. That's what I learnt. We put on the best Indigenous display out of the whole couple of weeks that we've had in celebrating Sir Doug Nicholls' Indigenous Round Reconciliation Week that's just gone by. So we are the true professionals of supporting and promoting Indigenous culture and our Aboriginal Power Cup and Aboriginal programs that we support and supply around South Australia and Australia. So well done, Port. Right, time for the votes. We're going to do 5 votes. I'm going to go from 1 vote to 5 votes. This is for something that's going to happen at the end of the year that I will announce later on, but not for now. Trying to push through this as quickly as I can. So, votes. Number 1. 1 vote goes to Jarman Impey. His forward pressure was sensational. He kicked 2 goals, 4. Only had 14 odd disposals, I think it was. But his forward pressure is absolutely amazing. He is the forward pressure man for Port Adelaide, and I love him. And what a mark. I mean, that's mark of the year for now. I mean, there's probably better ones, but for us, mark of the year for Jarman Impey. Sensational by him. 2 votes goes to Hamish Hartlett. Best game of 2017. His defensive efforts were brilliant. Not much tackles, but just his intercept marks, his pushing forward and his forward movement was absolutely brilliant. So Hamish Hartlett was fantastic. 3 votes goes to Ollie Wines. Just keeps going on, doesn't he, Ollie? 28 disposals, 14 of those contested, 4 marks, 6 tackles, and the game high, I think it was 10 clearances. So Ollie Wines just proving, and his pressure in the middle. He's just a big body. Those thunder thighs. You don't want to get in that general area of him, otherwise you'd probably get squished. So well done to Ollie. 4 votes goes to the 200 gamer Brad Ebert. He was amazing. 34 disposals, 13 of those contested, 5 marks. It was 5 marks, yeah, I'm reading off my notepad again. 12 tackles, which was the game high. 7 clearances as well, so he was brilliant in the middle, on the outside, setting up the play from defence to attack. Would have liked him seeing a kick a goal, but can't always have everything, so if he did kick a goal, I think it would have been best on ground, but unfortunately not. But 4 votes for Brad, doing really well, and number 5 votes for Thursday night against the Hawks was big Charlie Dixon. 20 disposals, 15 of those contested. 15 out of 20 disposals were contested. Get out of his way, that's all I say. 8 marks, 4 goals, which is something I want to highlight because he needs to kick goals, and 4 of those were brilliant. 2 of those in the first quarter, and his forward pressure and dominance is amazing. And he's really developing and showing his worth from that contract we gave him a couple of years ago. And he's really showing his worth and proving that he's one of the better forwards in the game at this stage. Also, he had 6 tackles as well, so that just shows his pressure up forward, which was brilliant. Well, that's another video. That's another review done. Port Adelaide are 6 and 4, top 4 at this stage. No, 5th, because Richmond won last night. So we're basically top 4. Still a game to make up. So as long as we keep winning, as long as we keep pushing forward, we'll be right up there to contest for this year's finals. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Anthony. Take care.